Hello and welcome to another episode of Hammy Eats. Today we're in the eastern suburb of Bedfordview in Gauteng to Vinnie's. The place has been going for over 30 years and many people say these are the best ribs in South Africa. We're going to go and check to see if that's true or not. Come with me. Hello, my friend.
Hello, Nick. Long time no see.
Good to see you. Yeah, how's things?
Yeah, very well. Brought the bad weather with you.
I'm terribly sorry. Hopefully, if I bring the bad weather, you bring the good ribs.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Good man. I must apologize that I didn't know your football history, number one, and number two, how that in some ways actually related to you getting into the restaurant game. Why don't you share that story with me, please?
Got offered a contract to play for Wraith Rovers in Kirkcaldy in Scotland. So I went across there, played for Kirkcaldy for a couple of years as an apprentice. Very interesting, I always remember the first day there. I went down with my tracksuit down to the training ground and that. My tracksuit and my shoes and everything, and I had to clean all the boots from the first team game on Saturday.
You thought you were going to be the star.
Opened my eyes. But then a team called Ross County from Inverness in the north of Scotland, they were semi-professional in those days. They were owned by a group of hotels in Scotland, and when you went to play for them, you worked in one of their hotels and they sent you to a hotel college. And they made an offer for me and they bought me from Wraith Rovers, and I decided to pursue the career in the hotel industry, and I went to play for Ross County for the next 5 years.
And then you came back to South Africa?
Came back to South Africa for a friend's wedding, and he was in the restaurant industry in late night hours. Convinced me to come open our own place in 92, so we came back in 92 and we opened up Vinnie's in 1992, 33 years ago.
So why do you think this restaurant has lasted as long as it has? Because in this game, that's almost unheard of.
Very well supported from the Bedfordview public. Our waiters and my kitchen staff, I've got 5 waiters who have been with me for 32 years. And I've got about 9 in my kitchen that have been with me for over 32 years now, from the day one. But on top of that, I would say one of the major things while 33 years we're still going is definitely my daughter, my son. My daughter's finished Sum Cum Laude International Hotel School. She came in with ideas, presentation. The food nowadays is big on, everybody's got a cell phone, everybody's taking photographs of food.
Are you hopeful that your children will take this business over after you?
Oh, they definitely, 100% they take it over.
Yeah.
They're both directors already.
Okay, so it's happening.
No, it's happening. They will take it over and it's their business.
You know, a lot of people wouldn't necessarily know how tough the restaurant industry is because we go there as customers to have a good time, so you're in good spirits, but it famously is one of the industries in the world in which people suffer more than anything else. They go out of business, restaurants go under, most don't survive. I'm sure you have a lot of personal stories that come to mind about just how hard this can be.
I lost my wife 16 years ago, who was a major part of the business. We lost her to leukemia. You know, so Kirsty was 15 years old, Mark was 13 years old. You know, it was hard for them, hard for me working at nights for them. COVID was the most difficult. If it wasn't for the customers, I mean, one of the customers, a gentleman by the name of Alistair McDonald, a local Bedfordview gentleman, I mean, he gave me his personal driver and his car for 6 months, where he paid the petrol in the car so we could do home deliveries. But the staff are a major thing. We're on to the children now, funny enough. We've got four children of my staff, current staff working, their children working with them.
Where do you think you got the strength when you effectively had to become a single dad?
It was very, very difficult at the time. It was, but you know, one thing to remember, and I'm sure a lot of people have been through it, is my wife had leukemia for 9 years. So somehow in the back of your mind, you are preparing for it. Very difficult, especially with a daughter. Being a father, you know, I had to take her to biometric dance dress.
Yeah.
I was the only man in the whole shop. There's always good comes out of bad. And the one good thing that definitely came out of them, it made them both very independent.
So talk me through these famous ribs. Tell me all about them.
So we only use pork belly. It's a family recipe on our basting. I make the basting myself.
Yeah.
They're very popular in that because it's got that sweet taste in there, which the people like.
And for you, your entire life, this restaurant is pretty much all you've known.
Yes. I've been involved here for 11 years now. I'm 30 years old. My dad's had Vinnie's for 32 years. So I've been running around in the kitchen, in the restaurant since I was a baby in that.
And does it make you proud to have a family business like this? I mean, is this something that you would want to continue after your dad?
Yeah, no, definitely it is something I want to continue on. I'm very passionate about it and that. I love cooking. I've worked with different chefs and that's learning different recipes, gone to different chefs, different restaurants, learned how to cook in that. So,
Okay, so what's the secret to making good ribs? Obviously the secret basting.
the basting and just the care in it.
Okay, and how do we want them to be? Fall off the bone, tender, soft?
Yeah, fall off the bone, nice and soft, tender.
I'm excited, dude.
I think it's actually worth sharing the story of how you almost were voted the best ribs in Joburg.
Yeah, we were 94.7. We're running the best ribs in Joburg, and we were entered by our customers. Our customers entered us into it. We tied with Thundergun in first place, the two of us. So they decided to have a recount on the judges, and they told the two restaurants they would be judges as well. And my daughter went and voted for Thundergun because she felt it was unethical to vote for herself. And Thundergun beat us 6-5, and they got first place. Congratulations to them. They're a good restaurant.
They are a good
They're a
restaurant.
very good restaurant. We use fresh chips, we don't use frozen chips, and we triple fry them. You know, our customers enjoy it. Our customers enjoy those chips.
Oh, these are just falling apart, man.
I remember last time you were here, you got on your shirt.
My wife always says, she's like, you own way too many white shirts for a person who eats as messily as you do. And, true to character, all of my shirts you can find at least one stain on. And I say it's a memory, you know.
Yeah.
The time that I ate badly at Vinnie's or wherever. They're even better than I remember.
Oh, they're tender.
Yo, man. Eh? What's going on here, Vinnie? This is awesome, man. You know, Billy, yeah, I think you guys should have won, huh? You find these are the best seller here, or I mean,
The biggest selling dish in Vinnie's is a pizza called the Polo Pizza.
yeah.
My wife, his wife, me and him made up 4 recipes together, and we gave it to the chef, and we're going to have a blind tasting.
Okay.
So all these pizzas come out the kitchen, we're tasting them and all, and there's Polo pizzas in front of us, and we're tasting it. So no, this is what we want, this is the one we want. So we're looking at each other now, and we're saying, whose recipe was this? And I'm saying, no, it's not mine, and my partner, not me. None of us have made the recipe. So we went to the kitchen, we said, where did this come from? And the one chef came forward and he says, I can't read and write, boss. He says, I didn't know what to do, so I just made my own one up.
Do you know the story? So
Let me open one for you.
over here, we've got the wet wipes.
Yeah.
But you know sometimes the classic old rib way of doing it with the bowl with the lemon and the water.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this anecdote slightly wrong, but it was an old South African politician, the president or something, and he went to the UK to go eat with the Queen in Buckingham Palace, and this was on the table, and the story goes that he picked it up and he drank from it thinking it was like a soup or something, and apparently because she was so frightened of the idea of embarrassing this man, she picked it up and she drank it too.
Yeah, my wet mates, funny enough, have got a bit of a history to them as well. The guy who produces these wet mates for most of the restaurants, a guy by the name of Punchy Page, we were grade 1 to matric together.
No kidding.
At Cash, yeah. So I support him. I support a lot of the old school boys.
I think just in general, I think the idea of knowing where you come from is important, and wanting to be a part of something bigger than yourself and wanting to help where you can. You're stronger if you help.
My daughter started this backer buddy thing for my waiters, and the local Bedfordview residents and the guest boys put in about 75,000 rand for my waiters during COVID when they weren't working, so that they could do it. They really looked after us during that time.
That's amazing.
But the as goes for the next 20, 30 years.
Here's hoping.
Yeah, my daughter says to me that I can't retire. I've got to come in every day and sit and have a glass of wine so people can see me and say hello, and then I can go home again.
Vinnie's is testament to the fact that it takes family, courage and determination to make a restaurant successful for more than 30 years, and long may it continue to last. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. From Hammy Eats and Vinnie's, goodbye.